What's goody, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drop. So let's chop real quick. So I was watching a live yesterday where they had on Bark for the Bone live with Greg Hackett and everybody over there, and Bark for the Bone. Then on that show and the next morning, want to talk about fighters and styles and judging shit and judging what he see. Basically judging fighters from like F level to A level. So I need y'all to know something. So when it comes to knowing talent, all people out here don't have what we know as eye testing as a talent, which is a talent in itself. A lot of people don't have the eye test talent. Like everybody can't play basketball, everybody can't play football, everybody can't box, everybody can't play tennis. You got certain people that are just blessed with these skills. They just naturally born with it. You just naturally born with some of the things that you might find yourself being good at doing. Everybody, each individual person out here, everybody that's born is born with something. We all don't know what everybody else is born with, but you born with some type of special ability that you're really good at. Some people just never applied in life. They never even applied a motherfucker. Like from a baby to the oldest shit and dying, they never even knew they had that shit. So eye testing, also the eye test is a talent in itself, okay? When you hear people say the eye test, is very few who you can find that has a pretty good eye test talent. Very few. All right. BFTB, aka Bark for the Bone, has no he is F level. He is F level when it comes to eye test talent. He has no talent when it comes to eye tests at all. And it's proven. What I'm saying to y'all already know. Y'all already know from yourself. It is proven in his prediction resume. It's proven. It's a fact. Very low level eye test type of person. You as an individual person. I mean, you are definitely F level, D level when it comes to using your eyes to look and rate talent. Whether it's D level, C level, A level, exceptional talent. It is very hard for you to determine that. We already know what ended up happening to most of the fighters that you tried to amp up and make your subs think they were good as you claim they are. I mean, it's like he did the same shit this morning. He talking about Boots on his live this morning. He don't know what the fuck he talking about with Boots. Talking about who has Boots beat? Who has Boots beat? Boots hasn't beat nobody to prove. Boots don't have to beat the person that you want to see him beat for a good eye test guy to see what Boots potentially has for the best guys. Why he's going to be a problem for the best guys. All right? That's how that plays out. Okay? You say you holler, if Boots don't annihilate Xander, then people gonna start trashing him even with the W. No, they not. No, they not. Not if these guys both put on a hell of a show against each other. And not if they put on a hell of a show against each other. If we get one of them fights where both of them just banging it out and they just both doing their thing from both sides. Both of them all fucked up, and they come down to the end, and it's one of them tight ass fights down to the end, and they just in the 12th round banging at each other, and the bell ringing that shit over, and both of them bust each other shit and fucked all up, and they look all crazy and whatever, and we don't know what to say, and they come down to a unanimous decision. Nobody gonna trash Boots, because we already know that Xander Zayas is A-level opposition. So what the fuck is you talking about? You don't know what the fuck you looking at. When you go to resumes and say, I can say this guy's resume is better than that guy's resume because of who he fought, that is your fucking opinion. He keep forgetting, he don't realize that when he look at resumes and say, this guy wasn't this and this guy wasn't that and this guy was, that is your fucking opinion. That's your opinion. That shit don't count for everybody. We all don't feel like that. That's your fucking opinion. Especially when you look at a resume and the guy was 24, guy was like 16-0, and then you try to look at his resume and say he didn't fight nobody. That's your opinion. That's your own personal opinion. Your personal opinion. And don't listen to these goofball people who tell you that Xander came up on Top Rank like that's a bad thing. Xander came up on Top Rank when Top Rank is the motherfucking platform you want to come up on. You can't listen to these fuckboy speakers that be on Bark for the Bone panel talking crazy about Top Rank when Top Rank is the best, the absolute best starter package in boxing, hands down. Best starter package in boxing, hands down. Tank should have went to Top Rank. I wish Tank would have went to motherfucking Top Rank. Tank should have went to Top Rank. And his career goes 50 times better than where it's at now. Crazy part about it is, it's a nigga that sound like he older than nigga sound like he about 65, 70 years old on the goofball panel hating on Top Rank. And the type of age he got on him, he should definitely know about Top Rank. And he talking crazy like that about Top Rank. Do your motherfucking homework on Top Rank and respect the fact that Top Rank create champions. And Top Rank continuously push fighters to undisputed. The platform with the most undisputed fighters in the sport of boxing, in the history of the sport. What the fuck is you talking about? Take fighters to undisputed over and over since the fucking 1970s. Shut your old ass the fuck up about Top Rank. People like BFTB and the people that follow him, they the kind of people that clearly don't know what exceptional talent look like. They don't know what the fuck they looking at. This same guy is one of the people that said LeBron was better than Mike. Said LeBron James was better than Michael Jordan. I even got a few people in my own circle that thought that at some point at their life, it's just being around me and seeing all of the shit that I let them see as far as Mike, and then watching LeBron game, they just automatically shift their thoughts. You 1,000% correct. Yeah, you right, Buckle Up. Yeah, you right. Especially after seeing LeBron get swept. These guys do not be knowing what the fuck they looking at. Believe what I tell y'all. Listen, y'all, BFTB actually thought Deontay Wilder was a better fighter than Muhammad Ali. Yeah, it's receipts in his shit that he said that out his mouth. I'm not just saying this shit. This guy will tell you that Deontay Wilder had a similar style, and how he see and how he fucking see that, I never knew. I don't know how the fuck he see that. I don't know. Like, it's nothing about Deontay Wilder that looks anything at all like Ali. Nothing. And I know Ali probably turning in his grave if he hearing this shit. He amped Deontay Wilder up. You are the one that amped Deontay Wilder up to get trashed 3 times in a row by 3 different A-level oppositions, and the only A-level oppositions that he fought in 40 plus fights. Your favorite fighter, your top guy. He told us, Bark for the Bone also told us Rashidi Ellis was the takeover. He said Rashidi Ellis was the takeover until Rashidi Ellis got dog walked into a stoppage. I could look at Rashidi Ellis and tell he was a D+ level, C- level fighter. And we haven't heard anything about Rashidi Ellis since. Who is it right now? Frank Martin's supposed to be this monster, according to BFTB. Frank Martin's supposed to be this monster, according to BFTB, and still to this very moment of me speaking, Frank Martin hasn't done shit. And I'm telling y'all now that Frank Martin is a C-level fighter that's no more than gatekeeper status. Remember I told y'all that too. Remember I told y'all that. He will go no further than where the fuck he at right now. Remember I told y'all that. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. Frank Martin is a C-level fighter that's no more than gatekeeper status. He's like a good test for prospects. That's the only thing he good for. If y'all was with me on the old Buckle Up channel, y'all heard me tell y'all when Bud was at 135, he was going to be a big problem. I even got some of them videos still in the sports prediction receipts, all the way in the early receipts. He was going to be a big problem in the sport. And that's what he turned the fuck out to be. I felt the same way about, I don't know how much y'all like Felix Trinidad. I was a big Felix Trinidad fan. At an early stage, I was saying big shit about how he was going to progress in the sport. At that time, we just didn't have the internet access like we do now. BFTB don't know what the fuck he looking at when he look at boots. And if he was smart, he would do like me, like I told y'all the other day, how I feel about this fight, and just shut the fuck up and see what happens so you can get some growth in your mind off that fight. Goofy, if you haven't picked them none by now off the eye test, because he has fought boxers. He didn't fight 3rd grade elementary kids. You keep comparing the professional fighters he already fought to 3rd grade elementary kids, and it's not a comparison, goofball. And like I said, everybody don't hold a good eye test for sports talent, and that's why the betting sites stay rich. See y'all on the Get Back.